Hey YouTube, JonseyG here. You don't normally see me outside, but that's because I'm doing another tough topic. I decided to handle autism. Yep, that's right, autism. And why do I not care about the way my hair looks right now? Because I'm sure a few people are going to say that it's funky looking, that I didn't brush it, that I didn't regulate it like it should have been. That's what autism is. It's a deregulation of what some people consider to be normal. Most normal people wash their hair. Most normal people go about their 9-to-5 day, and their brain just works in sort of a monotony. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's just, but the question that you have to ask yourself is, what is normal? What the hell is a normal brain? Well, I don't know. Too many people have an idea of what a normal brain should be. I and a few others have a brain that doesn't work quite right, but is not entirely wrong either. Some of us are visually attuned. Some of us are mentally attuned. Some of us can hear much better than others. Some of us have a lot of excess energy that we need to dispel. Some of us have all of the above, coupled with the traumas and dramas of our childhood. Autism can be a real challenge. I'm one of those people that have a challenge when it comes to autism. I have an awesome memory when it comes to certain things. I have pretty darn good hearing. I have pretty darn good vision. Not the vision I quite wanted. I was having to wear glasses from a very young kid until now. I don't need glasses right now, but the sun's out, so. And you should never look at the sun because it'll blind you. So that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. But, you know, so many people have different ideas about what autism is. I thought I'd give you my perspective on what autism feels like for me. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you a road. Now, why am I going to do that? Because I'm going to show you what my brain feels like. That is what my brain feels like. It's a never-ending straight line, going from one place to another, but not really settling anywhere. I love it, but I hate it, but I'm starting to deal with it. I didn't even know I had autism until somewhat recently, when one of my sisters, Susanna, I'll give her that name, Susanna, pointed it out to me recently, and she was really wonderful. She was totally awesome about telling me what my problem was. And I have to thank her for it. I didn't even know I had it. And she saw a lot of similarities in me that she had. We kind of grew up together, but then I lost track of her after a while, and it took me a very long time to find her again. And we're doing a lot of togetherness, but it's all on Zoom because I don't live in the same state. So we're having to find that we lived a lot of the same life, kind of, but different. Obviously, she went a different way, and I ended up where I was. People back in the 90s didn't care about people like me. It's just the way it was. I was given medication for schizophrenia and bipolar. And you can look these up because I'm going to tell you the names. Meloril, Haldol, Lexapro. I fell asleep on a roller coaster. My therapist, and most of this happened in Florida. My therapist, Paula, didn't want to work with me anymore because the doctor that she was working with, the psychiatrist, just wanted money. So she said, you know what? I'm not working at this place anymore. And I was a teenager, and nobody decided to explain it to me. So people were coming in and out of my life that probably didn't want anything to do with me or didn't know how to deal with me because they didn't know about autism, or they didn't care. Or they took one look at my family and said, you know what? You guys are too damn much for me. I was pushed to the side more often than I care to count. My family just suffered debilitation after debilitation because of autism, because of bipolar, because of anxiety, because of this, that, and the other. And since I've already tackled it, my father, who doesn't even deserve that title, Bob, was a pedophile. So you add a bipolar mother to a pedophile father who was in the Marines, and I love the Marines. You guys are the most awesome people. Simplify. You guys are the most awesome people. I will never judge anyone in the military. You guys are just beyond awesome. What you do for this country, what you do for this world is beyond measure. And I'll never take that away from you guys. I love you guys for what you do for us and for the state of the world. And I'll never get into politics on this channel, but let's just say you've gone beyond measure for us. So I will never judge a Marine or anyone in the military for that matter. But as a person in the military, you can probably relate to coming home and not being able to shut that part of yourself off. Well, that's what autism is in a way. Not being able to stop all the things that are flooding through your brain at odd times of the day or night when you could be having a normal conversation and all of a sudden a scene from a movie plays out in your brain and you feel like you're literally watching the movie as you're just sitting there. I could shut my eyes right now and watch the entire movie of Stephen King's Pet Sematary without even turning the movie on. I could hear clips from movies and not be able to regulate how often they appear in my brain. Give you another example. Jaws from Steven Spielberg. Most normal people, when they see that movie, they could say that was a wonderful movie and just go on with their day. I might for pretty good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Somebody was walking by. I might, alright. Most normal people could turn the movie off and say that was a wonderful movie, yada, yada, yada. I would turn the movie off, and for probably another week or two, farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. You know, that's the song that Quint from Jaws always sang. I could be singing it out of nowhere, but that's the way my brain works. I get so dysregulated being the way I am. I sometimes don't know whether I'm coming or going. My sleep patterns are night owl-ish, which means I stay up all night and sleep all day. I don't know if that's being autistic or just being the way I am. I hear stuff, I remember stuff, I see stuff that a lot of other people don't want to see or hear or remember. And some people wish they could. And no one explained it to me. That's the really sad part. Up until recently, and as of this recording, I'm 46 years old. I've been dealing with this most of my life. So for 40-something years, I've had to deal with something that nobody bothered to explain. Up until I met Susanna. And it makes me sad. And so instead of having to rely on, my formative years to deal with stuff like autism and bipolar, which I'm going to tackle in another topic. It's far too big for this one. I've already dealt with someone being a pedophile. That's another video. But, I want to help those people who have it that don't even know they have it. Who are dealing with such trauma in their life that they don't know how to cope. And I'm sure that you've probably watched videos to see what you can do about trying to help yourself, but it's okay. There are other people out there that have it, that are just as confused as you are. I'm recording this from the heart because I know what it's like to be that confused kid. I was that confused kid. I'm trying not to cry because I can only imagine what you're going through. But in a way, you have it a lot better than I did. Because people in 2024 have it a lot better than people in 1995. People in 95, let's be blunt here. A lot of people in 1995 didn't know shit about how to help people like me. A lot of people did. I'm not going to say that people didn't. Oh, that some people didn't. But there is help out there. And I'm one of those people that are willing to help you. You just have to be willing to learn. And not get mad at yourself because you didn't know what you were doing. It's okay to get mad at yourself. But don't do it at the expense of your brain or what you could learn or how to take care of yourself in the end. Rely on family if you have it. Rely on friends. Find a friend or a family member who you truly love, who feels like they truly love you, and adopt them into your inner circle, because that's what you need. I want to give a shout out to